here with Dr. Gloria Mayfield Banks, who is today's badass lady. Hey, Dr. Banks. Should I call you Dr. Banks?
Gloria. Please call me Gloria.
I'm so happy to see you and to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. I love this concept, being a mother in the closet for some private time.
Right. And that's where Good Enough Mother came from, really.
Yes.
Let's go and talk about your backstory a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think people look at you now and they go, oh, well, look at her. She's the picture of success. And she's had things handed to her and it's been so easy for her. But it really has not been, has it?
No, I've worked very hard. Now, I will say I love to work, and I am very, very, very appreciative that I have a career that I absolutely love. But I have worked hard, and it hasn't always been easy. And, when I tell the story, the piece of the story that stands out a lot is that I'm dyslexic. When I was in the 7th grade, I had a lot of testing done at that time, and so school was very much a struggle.
Yeah.
Reading today still is a struggle.
Really?
And I always tell people that I was a kid that, you know how after you take your exam, you go play in the playground? Well, I was a kid that always was left in the room, and everybody waved at them, and I was like, I need extra time to read. So that was me. So I tell people this all the time. Whatever's your challenge becomes something that you can use to be the reason that you thrive. And I think because my reading was a challenge, my talking became my gift.
So how did you end up getting to Mary Kay then?
Well, I started selling for IBM, so I learned that I love sales. And then I took a job with Stratus Computers and became a marketing manager. And I did that for a minute. And then I went back to work for Harvard Business School in admissions. But during that transition, so simple. A girlfriend of mine who lived 2 doors down from me invited me to a skincare class. So I went down there with both my kids, and a beauty consultant came in and she taught skincare. And she sold $350 in 2 hours. And, I mean, seriously, it's so crazy. I just leaned over to my kids and said, we're going to sell Mary Kay.
Come here, baby.
Yeah, we're going to do this. And so bottom line is, I went to a meeting. I saw what they were doing. I saw the philosophy. I saw the love. I fell in love with the energy. I really did. They were energetic people who were doing something different, and I did not know at the time how badly I needed that environment. I was in 10 years of domestic violence, and no one knew. He had a great, background title. I was great, background title. But when you went inside the house, it was very different than it was outside the house. And I didn't understand. Just kept thinking it could be fixed. Let's go get counseling. This is not right.
When was the moment that you said, enough? I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore.
I do remember the moment.
Yeah?
It was a Sunday, and I had a table full of applications that I needed to read for Harvard Business School. On the other end were a lot of recognition that I needed to do for my Mary Kay team. My daughter was 2, my son was 1, and I was washing dishes, and he was putting on clothes to go out and work out. And he was saying to me something about, aren't you going to do something? And I was so frustrated. And he left, and in that moment, my cousin called me on the phone. And she said, why are you so frustrated? And I went, that whole conversation. And she said, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Enough is enough. And in that moment, I said, you're right. When I walked into the Mary Kay environment, I saw the encouragement that we talked about earlier. And so I could put all my extra energy, which was little, but I could put my extra energy into making other women feel amazing. So I wasn't feeling amazing.
How did you do that, though? Because you're helping other people, but you needed help.
I tell people that a lot of the reasons I was able to make it through was because I learned the art of compartmentalizing emotional management. So when I needed to be sad, I could be sad. When I needed to be happy, I could be happy. I could put it on the shelf. So when I talk to women, and sometimes I talk to them and they're in a moment of crying, I say, okay, don't hide it.
Yeah.
Go in the shower, cry it out. Then come out of the shower. Because you don't have time for a whole bad day.
Yeah.
You have time for a bad moment, but you don't have time for a whole day. You can't give the whole day to this issue. So go cry it out. You go in a mess, you come out a beast. A lot of things. I mean, we all have to do those things.
This has been wonderful. Thank you
exciting.
so much. Hey, like what you saw? Join Jem on social media. Subscribe to Good Enough Mother on YouTube and tell a friend.